Alright, so if you're put in position to lead and you're talking about war or conflict, you need to be put out of position, alright? Because our duties as a service member with the community is just making sure everybody is following those mandatory healthcare guidelines on increasing wages, spreading the good word, great customer service, always implementing those healthy habits, always making sure we're building, keeping everybody under mandatory healthy living standards. Animals, all of life, all of surroundings. That is it. Everything is all educational and used, but understanding all of the training and knowledge serves no use sometimes when there's a life of peace, a life of great adventure, a life of endless possibilities through teamwork. And anybody in healthcare or law that restricts or bans, if it's not implementing demonstrational educational videos and horrific outcomes to great outcomes, spreading the constant word, if it's not for reminders in education to implement the firmness so people won't cross the line with our consumptions, whether it be drugs, healing plants, foods and vegetables, then you gotta understand you need to be put off position. Because everything must be legal creates demand and labor work necessary. More job opportunities and inviting more job opportunities to care for all of our consumptions the right way with caring hands. Now it gets disposed properly. Now it's more organized to where it'll be distributed and dispensed exactly where it should be, with age restrictions, warning signs, and all of that. You don't know how to fund yourself? Well, that's why 100% partnership, Mr. Roman from the Bible, no secret. We have tons of partners all over the world, including every single one of your families and yourself. But you should know how to do it very effectively in the healthiest manner. Every employee, $10, $20, that's after tax withholding and all of medical insurance withholdings, all that good stuff. And then your check clears, and then you all do that teamwork. Every employee, manager, $10, $20 every pay period, separate account in the bank. That's going to be the healthcare for all of your businesses, all right? And that's going to be very, very important so you can stay healthy under any circumstance that the economy fluctuates. So you can always remain under healthy standards. You have a roof to provide for, you have kids to keep healthy, you have a great life to live. We don't have no games for anybody to stray away from that right direction that guarantees a great life. It all comes down, when you see these diseases, it all comes down to, hey, your environment and surroundings need to be equally under healthy living standards. And that is how you never see disease again. Because, as I said, a harmful environment that's not taken care of properly, it pollutes the ocean. Then it pollutes the overall health of the animals and we eat every day. The plate can look very, very clean and delicious once cooked and everything. But little did you know, a lot more people are straying away and making desk money, or making shampoos, making everything else, cleaning the water, doing everything else. But then we lack labor workers and manpower of cleaning our surroundings every single day. And it adds up, and over time we get heart disease, we get cancer. Okay, so that's one main overall, literally the only reason why everybody's getting diseases, dude. Literally. And they have to be in the same grade standing everywhere and around the world. So that's why it's important for every workplace to remain school themed, always learning all of these languages. Every language presented. Why do you think Mandarin was universal? So we can communicate everywhere. Right? Because healthcare is no joke. The people getting sick is no joke. So everybody must remain under healthy living standards. You increase those wages healthy. So every 3 months, a wage increase can happen, and that'll never stop. With funding with our police, military, border patrol, alongside detainees, offering job opportunities, totally straying them away from all that unnecessary shit that they got caught doing or they weren't. Dude, everybody comes out for a roof over their head and the basic necessities to live. So don't waste people's time, don't waste your time. So you bring them in, job opportunities, a lot of great relationships builds trust, understanding, healthier environments, and great partnerships, and languages to learn, to teach. New life keeps producing very rapidly. They need to know the same importance. And then with those projects and lands that we survey, you can do that healthy wage increase there. With every single source of income, you're doing those healthy wage increases there. And over time, you're gonna never lack in funds. So that's gonna give you that opportunity to create public funding elsewhere, different neighbor countries, making sure we get the ball on the road. Literally, we have no time to be wasting. And every aircraft was made for commuting, to keep people used to each other, for business, healthy interactions, and to send out lumber, building supplies, harvest, livestock, seeds. That's it. That is it. In-demand labor, engineering work. And also, they're going to get old, so they need to be melted, remolded for new modelings. That is it. We already have plastic that can turn into, gasoline. We have all the resources necessary to have a great, great life. Every single place in the whole world must have their workplace school themed, always interacting universally, internationally, with great relationships, our kids, everybody, all of our families together, with God, always interacting with each other at all times. We have the internet. It's a great tool. Now you're seeing all of your partners. That's always been. It's a humongous world. We're going to keep on seeing it. It's your everyday employees, every single family in the whole world. So you gotta always make sure you don't confuse yourselves, and let's keep it simple. Everybody must remain under healthy living standards. Everybody needs a building and cleaning team. We need to have all of government officials with detainees in corrections, along with the community. Everybody equally educated, cooking, cleaning, waiting, serving, building. Brand new roads, you're still gonna sweep every single day. Old roads made brand new. Old homes, you always maintain cleanliness around the surroundings. That's the healthiest. We are remaining extremely firm. I'm Mr. Roman from the Bible. I predicted the pandemic in 2016, and it actually happened in 2020 with investigative proof. And I already described why sicknesses happen like this. So over time, you can really tell when somebody is full of shit and somebody really knows with confidence what they're doing and zero risk to your business, to your health. Nobody is playing any games. And we don't want anybody in the world put in harm's way. There's going to be a lot of training and a lot of misdistributed funds that you're going to see now. That was a waste of fucking time. A lot of you are training for situations you'll never see because every situation is different. And people do not want a shitty life when they come out of the house. So you guys are literally training for situations that'll never happen. Consider it just education and the constant reminder on bringing understanding so we never see shit in real life. That's it. That's all it comes down to. And I see different views when you read the Bible. Understand the overall summary. Something had to be extremely, extremely firm so you know, even when the law breaks, you know that, hey, nobody's crossing the line. Take care of each other. And you're going to have a great life that God promised you. It's all educational, right? God bless. And we're constant every single day because it's a humongous world. I don't care how many times I have to repeat myself. It's always going to be worth it because new life keeps producing extremely rapidly. There's an animal out there that produces babies, millions of babies, within a 25-day span. That is extremely alarming. If you have somebody, a group of hand power, and then you're over here misdistributing your attention on what's really important. You gotta eat every day. We already are desperate and dependent on human interactions. So please, don't play yourself. We do not have time for anybody messing with people's heads. We do not want to keep anybody from being blessed. They resort and adapt to very unorthodox ways. It's just for a house, clothes, food, brand new car, great surroundings. Those surroundings get overpopulated. I already explained that very, very well on one of my educational videos on how it can tamper with environmental climate change. These are very accurate results. I stand with extremely confidence. As you can tell, the pandemic happened, right? And that's because God takes everybody very serious. You guys should be thankful you are all breathing and alive today. So why don't you show respect to your plate? Respect and appreciation to every single individual in the whole world, your everyday employee. Everything presented in front of you. That's a reflection of your overall health. A lot of people don't even know how to distribute funds without feeling entitled that, hey, when in reality, it's what's in front of you that gave you that check. It's what's in front of you. The people, they bless everybody. We're blessing everybody. We don't even restrict anything. So you better know how to distribute the funds properly. I'm on every single person's payroll around the world with all of our families together. It is an equal effort because we understand that through education and the labor work and constant reminders and constant education that needs to be passed down so we can be taken care of when we're unable with the same care and firmness with the new life that rapidly keeps producing extremely fast. It's a humongous world. You cannot define your facts and evidence, and whatever you think sometimes that will limit you off your own country, off of your state, a city. Dude, it is a humongous world. Let's keep it simple. Don't confuse yourself now. Everybody must remain under healthy living standards everywhere in the world. Everything must be made brand new. It's gonna be so beautiful, and we already told you, it's clear. You see it clearly. That's usually, what the banks want to see when you're going to take out a loan, and then we have contractors with when you want to open a home line of credit, and so we see no risk in our investment or profit from start to finish. That's exactly why all of the funds are being always distributed in the foundation with all of our families involved. Everyone, every individual, even the kids coming up, are a very big factor of everybody's success. Everything presented in front of you is very, very important. And they need to be remaining extremely healthy at all times. With those wage increases, mandatory healthcare guidelines by law. So we have no time to be making things up in our head. There's work to be done, and you're not going to be taking me away from my healthcare operations that guarantees everybody to keep alive. Calculate your thoughts, feel it all, and then get to work.